these chairs, besides this one, were found by the side of the road. What I want to do today is reupholster them with leather, and I'm trying to get a set of chairs that I can put around a secondary table when we have guests over. And since folding chairs or other chairs are not as interesting to me, and I love chairs, I find them everywhere, that's what I'm going to do today. So this one I've already fixed just by gluing it back together and clamping it so that, you know, it still has some small gaps, but overall it's in pretty good condition. I love that one. These ones are the ones I want to cover with the leather. So this one is the oldest one. As you can see, I had to take it apart. There was actually old burlap, which you can still see, and these are like, they look like handmade nails, like they're so tiny. And it actually had, hold on, I'll turn the camera around. It actually had hay and several layers of matting. It was quite old. It was really interesting to take apart. So here's a closer look at the other two, which are pretty dirty. By turning the chair upside down, I can then take the screws out that are holding the base. Now, here's what it looks like. We're gonna rip this apart. Oh my gosh, it's like falling apart in my hands. I'm gonna have to do this when I'm with maybe a screwdriver to pull these up. So now we're gonna take this part off. Ugh, it's so gross. And I guess there's still a part that's hooked here. Pause. Okay. We're gonna throw that out. Ew. Now it's just about taking as many of these out as possible with the pliers. Fun. Now I'm gonna take these ones out with a hammer. Okay, well, hard to do. There we go. We'll take them all out. I want to keep them those because they're so cute. Look how old this burlap is. So cool. Every little nail is individual, like different lengths, different thickness. Someone spent a lot of time on this. So now I'm gonna do the same process on this one. Look at this cool sticker. Now we're gonna remove this last piece. Ew, it's really stuck on there. Oh, it's glued. Anyway, yuck. Ooh, cool. Find so many. I'm always thinking about the people who made it the first time. So unlike the other pieces, this piece has a hole in the center. So I bought this board. It's about $9.99, and I'm going to be cutting it to the exact shape of the inner part of this, just along this edge before it bevels, so that I have a seat similar to these other ones. So I've drawn it out. Now I'm going to give it a cut. Only thing making it a bit challenging is the angle, but I've moved my saw and I think it's going to be okay. I'm currently editing this video and I'm realizing how many times I start the video with, so now I'm going to nail this board in. Like the worst job I could have done. Any hoops don't really matter for where it is. Not gonna see it. Oh yeah, I should have lined up the back though, for sure. Again, luckily, crisis averted. I'm sure everyone already knows this, but oh, I'll get this out of the way. Okay, I'm sure everyone knows this, but DIY ain't cheap. So as an example, these 2 pieces of leather, I thought was a pretty good price. They're $26.99. So that, but I needed 2, so that was $60. This is foam, which I was amazing to find on Amazon, because it arrived like basically the next day. It's 2-inch thick and 76 inches long. But I can do all the chairs with this, but this was about $40. So overall, with the little piece of wood that I had to buy, etc., it's already up to $110. But at the end, I will have a set of 4 or 5 chairs that I can use all the time, and they're much more sturdy and gorgeous than it would have been to buy IKEA chairs. Actually, it probably would have been the same price, but like these are more unique. So let's go with that. Ooh, oh, ugh. Okay. Air sealed. The heck? Okay, yeah. Good density. So now I'm going to use these as my templates, and I'm going to lay this onto the foam, and I'm going to be cutting around it. I've actually been using my wood saw to cut the foam, and I find it works really well, but I also have a jigsaw if the angle's too difficult, etc. It's going to look good. Comfy. So yeah, I'm marking around it. There we go. I'm gonna give that a good cut. Okay, now it's not gonna work, but I've been cutting with scissors and it's actually going really well, despite what it looks like right now. No, like seriously, pretty good cut. Took a little longer than expected, but I now have all the foam cut. Ow! Okay, now we're gonna take our template and try to utilize, I was gonna say, try to utilize as much leather as possible, but like, it's already looking dodgy, because I need to have enough to overlap like this, you know what I mean? And I mean, traditionally, you use like traditionally you put a burlap or this is canvas. You put a canvas layer under the fabric, so I would have done that, but with leather you don't need to. I'm getting concerned with the amount of leather I have, because, you know, I have to have enough allowance around it to be able to wrap it. It's like looking like one piece for each chair, which is rough. That's rather expensive, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. So yeah, I mean, I guess loose cut here just to, but yeah, it takes quite a bit. It's gonna take that to do it. Oh well, it is what it is. So using staple gun, you always start in the middle, put one staple down. I usually nail them down as well. And then on the opposite side, you're gonna do the same thing. We're trying to prevent it from being like overly tight. Like already that looks good. Like you don't want it to be so tight that it's like crazy. Although looking at it, it could be a little tighter. Well, I don't know. I don't want it to be like so much tension, but yeah, maybe a bit tighter. Like that. Wow, I love it already. Can I make this one a bit tighter? I'm gonna make this one a bit tighter. Okay. Important is to leave like trim to leave the hole exposed for the nail so I can put it back into the seat. Here are the 3 seats, which remind me of Oprah's chairs when she used to have a show. And now I'm gonna give the chairs a good cleaning before I attach the seats. Here. Ooh. What, am I doing this wrong? Oh no, I'm not. I love it. First of many. 2, 3. So I found I bought this chair on Facebook Marketplace for $8. All the other ones were free. So the good news is I do have another one. The bad news is the leather has now become quite expensive, as each chair is $30 worth of leather. Also, I think if we look at the underneath, I'm gonna have to replace that underside with another piece of wood, which I do have enough left to do that. Now on to the last one. Interesting, because someone already did a repair to this quite a while ago. I love seeing the history of this piece. And look, there's something, I like this fabric underneath. Time for the reveal. Ooh, I actually love that fabric. Imagine it, like it could fit in so well in a like girls' room or something. Actually, don't want to be gender biased. Whoever likes this, it could go there. Wait, that was dumb. I literally had to put sunglasses on. These are not mine because the reflection of the white was blowing out my retinas. Paul, if you ever need foam, like to make some kind of costume, I have a lot left from my recent escapade. This is my collection. Very pleased. Since we're having additional people over, I am making use of the chairs, and I'm very, very happy with how they look.